Ukraine just received its second DITA artillery system from the Czech Republic. Now that might not sound dramatic, no flashy missiles, no fighter jets, but this machine represents something far more dangerous for Russia. It's fast, it's automated, it is extremely hard to kill, and that is exactly the kind of artillery platform modern drone-saturated warfare demands. Hey friends, Wes here, and Ukraine's State Border Guard Service has now received a second Czech-built DITA 155mm wheeled self-propelled howitzer. This is not symbolic aid, this is combat hardware that has already proven itself under fire. And the fact that it's being delivered to the border guards tells you something important. Ukraine is no longer reserving advanced artillery only for the elite mechanized brigades. It is pushing precision fires deeper across its force structure, including units tasked with border defense, rear area security, and counter-infiltration. That alone signals the confidence in the system. But to understand why DITA matters, you have to understand the environment it's entering. Russian counter-battery radars are faster, Russian drones are persistent, loitering munitions are everywhere. The moment a gun fires, the clock starts ticking. If you are still in position 30 seconds later, you are gambling with your life. This is where legacy systems struggle. Towed artillery takes too long to emplace and displace. Tracked self-propelled guns are survivable, but expensive and logistically heavy. Older wheeled systems rely on large crews and manual procedures that eat time. DITA was designed to solve that exact problem. So what is it? Well, DITA is a fully automated 155mm self-propelled howitzer built by Czech defense industry on a Tatra 6x6 wheeled chassis. Now, Tatra trucks are famous for one thing: surviving terrible roads while staying mechanically simple. Ukraine already operates Tatra-based systems across logistics and artillery units, which means DITA plugs into existing ecosystems rather than creating a maintenance orphan. The gun itself is a 155mm 45 caliber system, fully NATO-standard. That means Ukraine can fire the same shells it already uses for Caesar, PZH-2000, Crab, and Archer. It calculates firing solutions, adjusts elevation and traverse, manages the loading mechanism, and prepares the gun to fire. The crew does not manually ram shells, they do not manually adjust sights, they do not scramble around the vehicle on target. The system is capable of multiple round simultaneous impact techniques also, meaning several shells can be fired on different trajectories to land on the same target at the same time. That matters against hardened positions, artillery batteries, and command posts where surprise and saturation are the key. And great, but they're maintenance intensive and fuel hungry. They also require more complex recovery assets when something breaks. Wheeled systems trade some armor for availability and endurance. DITA can operate longer with fewer logistics demands. It can self-deploy over long distances without transporters. It can be sustained by existing truck maintenance infrastructure. In a war where supply chains are under constant pressure, that matters more than theoretical survivability. So, the DITA doesn't need to exist in a vacuum, and neither does the delivery. What we're watching here is the quiet match, something durable, something technical, and deeply practical. Prague has been one of Ukraine's most consistently effective partners since the early days of the full-scale invasion. This is not charity, it is mutual strategic alignment. For the Czech Republic, Ukraine has become the most demanding live-fire testing environment in the world. It's also immune to the wavering rhetoric seen elsewhere in Europe. That consistency allows Ukraine to plan force structure instead of constantly hedging against political reversals, like it has to do with the US. And this delivery to the State Border Guard Service is especially telling. It suggests trust not just in the platform, but in Ukraine's ability to distribute advanced artillery beyond frontline brigades. And still, Prague isn't just sending guns, it's investing in a future where Ukraine remains permanently embedded. Location. Deeper integration with drone-driven targeting. Russia's artillery doctrine still leans heavily on mass fires and slower relocation cycles. That approach bleeds guns and crews in a drone-saturated environment. Ukraine is moving the other way. DITA fits that evolution perfectly. The arrival of a second one is not about numbers, it's about direction. Ukraine is building an artillery force that values speed over brute mass, automation over manpower, and survivability over nostalgia. DITA doesn't really trend on social media, but it does quietly make Russian counter-battery officers' jobs harder every single day. And in this war, the systems that survive longest are the ones that matter most. Thanks to the Czech Republic for this awesome donation. That's it for today. If you want serious battlefield-grounded analysis on how this war is actually being fought, make sure you're subscribed. And as always, glory to Ukraine, glory to the heroes. Crimea is Ukraine.